Take number 3. Here we go. I've learned a little bit more about iPhone storage. And I found out something very interesting, and that is that about 12 gigs of space on my phone are being used by Rick and Morty. And I was hovering over the delete, and then I remembered that I purchased all of those things. And Rick and Morty is probably the only show that matters. So therefore I decided not to delete those. But I did delete some other things, and I freed up about 5 gigabytes of storage. So now I should be able to record in peace without saying, cannot record video, not enough storage, and without throwing this phone into the ocean like I did the other one. So, if that message comes up again, I will know something is up. I am going to get the iPhone X though. I know I will. I go about the realm with the presumption that everything is being monitored, etc. Big Brother is watching, etc. I don't give a shit like always, etc. Makes it interesting and so on. So back to the original topic, which was the Snail Show, and if you want to be on it. What I was saying is that to get on the show, you have to to get on the show, you have to first have the desire to get on the show. Then you have to reach out. Then that message has to get through all the interference to me. Then I have to respond. That message back to you has to get through all the other interference on the way back. And then we have to agree on some sort of a time. And then perhaps it will happen. So getting on the Gary Show is not necessarily easy. In theory, it should be easy, because if you're interesting and you're not what's the word? There's a word here. There's a series of puzzles that you have to get through, a series of locks, and I'm not in control of any of them. So anyway, lots of things have to happen, lots of things have to line up in order for you to come on. But to help with the process, I thought that I would mention the people, the hopefuls, to perhaps smash through a couple of the locks from this end. So hopefuls are Ihor from the Ukraine. Pardon me if I mispronounced that, your name. Ihor is gonna try and come on Sunday or one of these weekends. Trevor, I responded to your email. It did get to me. I know you mentioned something about you being on a short leash and whatnot, so not sure if that will happen or not. But I did get your email, and I did respond back, and you did not respond back, so I'm assuming there may have been interference on the way back. So if there's another way for us to communicate, then you go ahead and try that. Wobbly boost, I mean. And who else? Becky Gelly from good old Fresno reached out. Said she had a couple of awake souls from other states with her who would like to come and chat. I would love to have you and them on. I did text back. This was via text. I texted back and she didn't respond. But I also know that she's off the grid for the most part, so I don't really expect text interference to be happening, but it could. I don't know. As well, a John Roberts. John Roberts. John Roberts. There is a John Roberts in the U.S. government. I doubt this is him. There's also a John Roberts who is a surgeon in San Francisco, who I also doubt this is him. I don't know which John Roberts this is, but he said that he did push-ups with a tractor, or that he got ran over by a tractor, amongst other quite interesting stories with his personal life. He sounded very interesting, so I told him yes. So those are the hopefuls so far. And I'm pretty sure that anybody who's able to jump through the hoops deserves to be on the show. And again, I don't have a whole lot of control over whether interference does or does not happen. And then there's also the factor of, if you're not a steadfast young man or woman who understands the interference, then feelings may get hurt if expected messages are not received due to said interference. So there's that. And then there's also just the fact that I'm very busy and always running around trying to accumulate fiat currency. So I don't have a ton of time with which to fit these things anyway. But I would love to have all of you on. And so on. What are all these emergency vehicles doing over here? I don't know. It's too much heat, fogging everything up. So that's that. If you're angry at your iPhone for not having enough storage, go into your settings and manage your storage and find out where the energy sinks are, or the storage sinks, and delete some. And you won't get so angry at your iPhone. What else? That's about it, I think. So yeah, if you want to be on, gotta jump through a bunch of hoops, and do some stuffs. Things have to line up. Then it will happen. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna be working for 10 days in a row. I think I already mentioned this. But kind of tired. I don't know why. This is very unusual. I'm not ever tired. Samson the Snail. I enjoy the censorship. I see it happening on my channel. I'm privy to what's going on. I don't care one bit. I find it hilarious. So anyway, again, Ehor. You know, I had this funny feeling that Ehor might be the no force on flat Earth Russian guy, which, if was the case, would be just fantastic. That would be that would be splendid. He may be, he may not, I don't know. He said he had some connection with David Icke, or that he was David Icke's manager, or he housed him or helped him or something. I don't remember what he said exactly, but Ehor is a nice chap. I really enjoy him, so I'm sure you guys will as well. Wobbly, of course I would love to have Wobbly on, but the Jesuits are interfering with him at every level. That's the short leash I was talking about. Becky, of course. Becky, you still owe me a boat ride. I'm not gonna forget that one. A ride? A boat ride? It's not called a ride, is it? You owe me a boat rendezvous. And John Roberts, he sent me some sort of a book on email, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, so would love to have him on. So those are the 4 hopefuls. You jumped through the hoops to get your message to me, and it did reach. And keep trying, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, 1313. That wasn't much of a morning muse, but it'll have to do for now. So take care, peoples. Be nice. Call your mother. Tell her you love her. You probably don't talk to her enough if she's still around. Speaking of mothers, my mother is always getting into trouble. Well, I know she watches these sometimes, so she might take offense to that. I love you, Mom, if you're watching this. You do attract your trouble, though. But I help you through it as much as I can. Anyway, take care, people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.